Hello, you guys, welcome back to my channel. So, today's reading is about what type of relationship do you guys want to attract? And with that question, we have three piles. The first pile is the clear crystal, the second pile is the healing heart. And it's so funny because this actually does look like a healed heart, and it's so beautiful. And the third crystal is the black crystal. I know this is also healing crystal as well, but I think it's healing. I think it's black tourmaline. Not too sure, but yeah. And that'll be for pile number 3. Alrighty, you guys. Whenever you're ready, you can choose the pile or piles that you resonate with the most, and I'll see you guys at your reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you guys chose the clear crystal. Alright. Let's see what you guys' first card is. You guys have the King of Wands as your first card, and I'm actually going to get a clarifier. Clarify the King of Wands spirit. Where's the King of Wands here? Where's the King of Wands here, spirit? Okay. Wow. Okay. You guys have the Hangman as the clarifier, and I'm actually going to pull another card. Ooh. Wow, okay, you guys also have the Four of Cups. Let's see. So with the King of Wands and the Hangman as a clarifier, I feel that you guys are wanting to attract a relationship where you are being pursued. Like, I feel like this is the pile that is very, I want to say traditional and a bit old-fashioned when it comes to the idea of dating and relationships. You guys are wanting to be the ones who are pursued when it comes to someone showing romantic interest in you. You guys aren't the type of people, I presume, that are the first to make a move when it comes to liking someone or wanting to ask someone on the date. So you guys are wanting to attract a relationship where someone takes the initiative to pursue you and wanting to show interest in you guys as well. Wow, that's like off the bat. Which is also why I feel like you have the Four of Cups here. It's like imagining that person who is wanting to show up in a way that is very romantic, and for you guys, I'm feeling that you guys are having that book novel idea of romance, this idea of how romance should be, and you are wanting to attract a relationship that, again, it's like this old-fashioned romance that I'm getting. And it's so beautiful because I feel like you guys have the opportunities to choose other cups, to choose other people, but it's like you're wanting that relationship where it checks off all the boxes that you see a romance novel being, if that makes sense. Like anything that is as close to a romance novel as you can possibly get, I feel that that's you guys. Like you're wanting every single thing. You're wanting to be pursued. You're wanting to be courted. You want someone to take you out on a date, and you wouldn't settle for anything less, which is why I feel that in the past you guys have turned down relationships where you felt you weren't being pursued in the way that you wanted. People who automatically wanted to do certain things before a date, or wanting to do certain things that you didn't feel comfortable doing because you didn't quite know this person, and they didn't take the time to truly get to know you because they were had a different mindset than you did. So I feel that you guys are wanting to attract a relationship where you're not only feeling not only wanting to date but also wanting to feel heard. I feel like you guys have been in relationships where people haven't heard your needs, haven't quite met the needs that you guys are wanting in a relationship. So now you're wanting to attract a relationship where people not only respect your boundaries and respect you as a person, but also someone who is willing to listen to what you want and listen to how you want to be dated and courted and romanced. I feel like you guys are very much into the whole idea of chocolates and flowers. Like it doesn't take. I feel like for you guys, it's very much something that comes from the heart. You want someone who has the ability to show their heart to you, and it's like you've been in relationships where people haven't been completely emotional. Like there's just this need. Oh God, I'm stuttering. Like it's like on the tip of my tongue. Like there's just this need to have that much needed romantic emotional connection with somebody, to where every single thing they do is sentimental. I feel like you guys keep keepsakes from certain dates when you're truly interested in someone, and it's like, yeah, this is the first time we ever went on a date in, give an example, Times Square or whatever. Like I feel like that's you guys. You're wanting to be in that type of relationship where you can keep mementos and truly feel as if you're in a relationship where someone is truly listening to not only who you are but what's being said. What you're saying, like someone who's a great listener and is willing to take action with your words. It's like as soon as you say I want to go on a date and blah 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 at 9 o'clock, this person is automatically setting everything up to where you guys are going on that particular date at that certain time that you guys wanted to go at, and someone who's just quick moving and just knows how to court you and how to date you. I feel like that's a relationship that you guys are wanting to attract. And so with that, let's see what else comes up for you guys. You guys have the Ten of Pentacles, but it came out sideways. So let's see why the Ten of Pentacles came out sideways. The Ten of Pentacles came out sideways. Spirit. Oh, your clarifier is the Queen of Cups. Let me actually move this over so we can get a full view. Wow. Honestly, when the card shows up in reverse, especially it being the first card, that's part of your reading. For me, it's like it reminds me of a balance scale, right? This idea that we need balance, which is true. We need balance in every single thing that we do in life in order for us to have the most fulfilling life that we can possibly have. And this is the Ten of Pentacles, which to me talks about stability, this idea of having that it's like this to me, because Pentacles talks about self as well. This, it just gives me that Ten of Cups energy, but instead of it being emotional, it's more of in a self empowerment sense. This ability to feel self confident and self assured and self aware of your, not only your surroundings, but of your whole entire being. You know, really knowing yourself truly inside and out, and it's clarified by the Queen of Cups. So for that, you guys, oh, are wanting to attract a relationship where you can have that emotional balance. You guys, I feel, are very in tune with who you are, or you have an idea that you are this Queen of Cups, right? You are this emotional, sensitive, caring, giving person. And but I feel like it's something that's been put on like a balance scale. Like, you know, you guys having to walk the tightrope with your emotions, not truly being able to have that full emotional capacity to express who you are, because I feel like there's a tendency to, you guys have a tendency to feel as if you might be over emotional. And I feel like that's not coming from you, that's coming from the people that you've been in relationships with, which is why I feel it came out sideways, because I feel like there's times where you guys had to truly balance that part of yourselves because of the people you've been in relationships with. They felt that maybe you were too sensitive or too caring or too giving, and it may have come across as needy to the people that you've been in relationships with. So I feel like you guys have always walked on this tightrope with, okay, am I doing too much? Like truly questioning who you are, even though you know automatically that you are this Ten of Pentacles person. You know that you have this quality about you that is very self-aware, that you are this emotional person. But the people you've been in relationships with, it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know you were like that. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting. Like, people didn't quite hear what you were saying, which is why I also feel with the Four of Cups. They weren't listening. They didn't truly get to know who you were as a person, or who you are as a person. And because, again, as people, we evolve, we change, we adapt. But I feel for you guys that this was something that's always been on your mind. It's always been something that you feel, well, maybe if I wasn't so, caring or giving, or maybe if I was a little bit colder, this person would have treated me a lot nicer, which I know is strange, but maybe you guys feel that people respond better to when you're a certain way instead of being caring and giving. Maybe they respond to you better when you are a little bit emotionless, or when they feel that you have a cold heart. And I feel like that's more of the relationship dynamic that you guys have been in, where people feel that if you're too emotional, if you're too sensitive, then they feel they have to always be there for you in order to lift you up. So you guys had to shield that part of yourselves, which is, again, when I look at the Queen of Cups now, she seems a lot more different. She seems a lot more stoic and very much this King of Cups character who is very have their emotions intact and not show a lot, because they've been so hurt by the people that they've been with, that it just kind of it jades you. It makes you seem as if, oh, being who I am isn't enough, or it isn't, or it's too much. Being who I am is too much of a person, that I don't want to be this person anymore. I'm tired of being hurt. I'm tired of being put down, and wow, that's truly what I'm getting. Like, this energy of tired of feeling as if who I am is just too much for someone, which I can say right now that you are not too much. You guys have this emotional depth about you that the people you've been in relationships with haven't understood, or haven't fully evolved yet. Like, you guys have this depth to you that not a lot of people can resonate with, and that's beautiful, because it's something not everybody get to experience until they meet you. And I feel that the people you've been in relationships with haven't seen the gift in that. So don't feel as if who you are as a person, you should change that part of yourself because you feel that maybe I will have a long lasting relationship if I'm a lot more cold towards someone rather than loving or caring or positive. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay, you guys. I see this. I see you. Um, okay. So let's get some more cards for you guys. So you guys have the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Why is the King of Swords in reverse? Spirit. Where's the King of Swords in reverse? King of Swords in reverse. Spirit. You guys also have the Ten of Wands. Wow. Okay. I feel like you guys are automatically wanting a relationship where conversation flows. For me, the King of Swords is someone who holds the truth very close to their chest, who holds a conversation very close to them. And I feel like you guys are not wanting to feel as if there's, wow. Okay, hold up, you guys, give me 1 second. Because I'm getting this message, but I'm also getting something else too with this King of Swords in reverse. Okay. So there's this need to not have to find out certain truths or certain things about a relationship. Like for the King of Swords, again, as I said, is someone who holds communication very close to their chest. The sword talks about truth, clarity, honesty, integrity, as well as communication. And for the King of Swords to be in reverse and then the Ten of Wands as your clarifier, for me, it's like this constant power struggle. So, honestly, you guys, it's like you're wanting to attract the exact opposite. And this was a reading about what you want to attract, a relationship you want to attract, but your previous relationships are coming through in a reading because I feel like it's a cycle. Like it's a relationship that is continuously being attracted on some level, and it can be different in each relationship, or it can be the same cycle in each relationship. And I mean that by there may be certain things that you did in the previous relationship that you can possibly be doing in this relationship now, to where you're continuing a cycle of bad relationships, or relationships where your needs aren't being met or fulfilled. And it's just being clarified by not only this reading, but this King of Swords in reverse. It's just someone for me who is just not, again, with it being in reverse. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, it's just, I'm truly getting though, because I want to make sure the message is clear before I tell you guys. But yeah, it's okay. Yeah, okay, I'm on the right track. So you guys are wanting a relationship where you don't constantly have to work for an answer. You don't have to work for pulling out certain ideas or truths in a relationship, where someone is completely forthright and upcoming about who they are and what they want. Because in Ten of Wands, it's this idea of, I'm putting all this into a relationship where into this person, to where I'm not truly knowing if they even feel the same way. or if they're, wanting something different and they're just not saying it, and you guys are constantly having to ask questions like, okay, like, it's someone for me who doesn't have quite the input of, it's like they're partially, they say a couple things to keep you quiet, and then for the rest of the relationship you have to constantly ask them, well, do you like this, or do you like that, or do you want to hang out here instead of here, or what date you want to go on. Like, it's like you have to play 1,000,001 questions um, with the people you've been dating, and you want someone to take that initiative. Again, you guys are very traditional, like the traditional romance. You guys are wanting someone who is going to step forward and say, hey, you want to go out on this date at 2 o'clock. Are you busy? Someone who's going to automatically take that initiative of wanting to set up dates and not feeling as if, oh, I'm constantly having to make dates just so this person can be with me for 2 hours, or I'm the only person in this relationship where I would set up the date and then this person would show up as if it's an appointment or whatever. And I feel like you guys are not wanting a relationship that it feels like a therapy session, if that makes sense. Because I'm just continuously looking at the King of Swords, and I feel that you guys have also been in relationships where people have been very, I wouldn't say chatty, but for some of you, yeah. But it's like this person talks about everything. They can talk about work, they can talk about their family, but when it comes to the idea of talking about, where they see you guys in 10 years, it's kind of like crickets. And it's just, you're just kind of like, okay, so this person can talk about everything else, but they can't talk about us. Like, that's the energy I'm getting. So you're constantly having to pull teeth with the people that you've been in relationships with, because they've never truly came back to the idea of a relationship. It's always been, family life and work life, and then when it comes to a date and it's just you two, it always comes back to family and work. So it's never about the relationship, and you guys are wanting to attract the opposite of that, to where, if you guys are on a date, it's just you two and no one talks about work or family. You want to be with someone who wants to ask you how your day went, or did you have a good night's sleep or something like that. You guys are very, again, my very traditional pile. And it's very beautiful, because you guys are very kind at heart, I feel, and you just want someone who wants to reciprocate those feelings back to you. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I feel that you guys truly do deserve, just like anyone truly does deserve, someone who's going to put them first, So let's see. Alright, you guys, let's continue on. Let's see. Alrighty, you guys have the Five of Pentacles. And let's see your clarifier for the Five of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is your clarifier. Let's see. So as I was saying, you guys are always the caring, kind, and giving one I'm feeling in the relationship. And I feel that's been clarified by the Five of Pentacles, right? Someone who is caring and giving and will truly give their last to someone, even if it means that they wouldn't have anything left. That they would be willing to give it to someone that they feel is more in need of it. And I feel like you guys are so caring and so giving, and it's like you're constantly being asked for your time. Someone always wants something from you in a way. I feel like that's the relationship dynamic where, you give and people take, and then that's the end of it. Like, there is no equal give and take. There's just constantly, what can you do for me, and how can you make my life better? And it's clarified by the King of Pentacles. But I feel like this is you guys, an energy of becoming more so in your power, not allowing people to walk all over you, and truly wanting to attract a relationship where someone is going to respect that, hey, I'm a human being, I have boundaries, and I'm not willing to settle for anything less. And of course, I will give to you if I feel the need to, if I feel like you truly do need it. But at the same time, I'm not someone you can just string along just until you feel that you don't need me anymore. That's what I'm getting. Whoa, that was so clear cut. But yeah, like, and that's a relationship you're wanting to attract, someone who can respect that you have boundaries, that you are not just going to continuously give yourself out to people, and someone who knows, hey, this is a type of person that I need to respect, because they're not going to put up with this energy. They're not going to put up with me constantly asking them for things, or me constantly wanting to take some parts of, you know, their time, or take up all of their time until I feel satisfied. Wow. Honestly, that was more clear cut than I expected. But yeah, like that's what I'm. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that was all the messages I was getting from this. But yeah, that was very clear. So that's actually, I'm going to ask dating advice from Spirit about, yeah, just I'm going to ask Spirit for dating advice and see what Spirit says. Spirit, what's dating advice for Power 1? Dating advice for Power 1, Spirit, can I get some dating advice for Power 1, please? Ooh. Wow. Okay, so you guys got the 8 of Cups in reverse, right? I'm going to actually clarify that. So, why is the 8 of Cups in reverse, Spirit? That's very interesting to me that it would show up in reverse. Why is the 8 of Cups in reverse, Spirit? Okay, and you guys have 8 of Wands upright as your clarifier. So 8 may be a significant number that you guys see a lot. But what I'm getting Spirit's advice is saying, hold up you guys, because I want to make sure this advice is the best advice you've ever gotten about relationships. So give me 1 second. I feel that Spirit is saying, don't settle for a relationship that you feel could possibly get better. Don't settle for something that you feel you are only able to receive, and move towards something that is honestly going to bring you that fulfillment. Don't settle is what I'm truly getting. Do not settle for what you feel could possibly get better. You guys, I'm taking a minute, you guys. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. And do not think twice. Do not think twice about leaving a situation or a relationship that no longer serves you. Spirit definitely wanted to say situation. That is no longer serving you. Do not be afraid to move towards the unknown and to head towards something that is more fulfilling to you. Like, I feel like you guys do want fulfillment in relationships, right? But at the same time, it's this feeling of the unknown that's really, yeah, Spirit is really wanting to tell you, do not be afraid to start over with someone new. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, do not be afraid to start over with someone new, even if it is scary, because the person that you are wanting to start something new with could also be the love of your life. Could also be the person that you spend the most of the majority, if not all, of your life with. So Spirit is saying, do not be afraid to put yourself out there, and do not be afraid to start over and to love again in the way that you are used to wanting to love someone, right? Because you are this Queen of Cups. Again, you're kind, sensitive, caring, giving, nurturing. So Spirit is saying, continue to be that Queen of Cups. Continue to be that person. Um, and to start over with that same, with you having that same personality, is also what Spirit is saying. Do not change who you are for anybody. Do not change yourself to be in a relationship with someone, whether it's in a relationship that you are in now or a relationship that you will have in the near future. So yeah, stay who you are and do not be afraid to start over. So that's what I'm getting for Power 1. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Healing Heart Crystal. Alright, let's see what your first card is. You guys have the Four of Wands. So, without needing a clarifier for that one, it's obvious that you guys are looking for a soulmate connection, right? Someone that you can connect with on not only a emotional level, but a spiritual level, a physical level. You guys are wanting the all-around relationship where you feel the most connected to someone on a level that you haven't felt, not only just romantically, but just in relationship-wise, whether that's with family, friends, co-workers. You guys are wanting that relationship with someone you love, and it's like this harmonious union, right? Like the whole idea of the Four of Wands is that it's two people, right? Two sides coming together and creating this harmony, this balance, this much needed excitement, right? About life and about love and hope as well. As hope, it's a very hopeful energy. It's like the idea that love isn't dead, you know, that there's someone out there for everyone. And that's the feeling that I'm getting for you guys. Just starting off, so it's very deep, very, I want to say sensual, very connected. So let's continue on with the reading. Let's see what else you guys have. You guys have the Knight of Wands, okay? Now let's clarify why the Knight of Wands is here. Why is the Knight of Wands here, Spirit? Okay, and you guys also have the Four of Pentacles as your clarifier. Ooh, okay. Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles as your clarifier. So let's see. I'm getting with the Knight of Wands this youthful energy. So, and for your clarifier to be a Four of Pentacles, you guys are wanting to attract a relationship where someone isn't holding back. There's someone who makes quick decisions, I feel, but with vigor, right? With someone who isn't afraid to make decisions, even if it means, um, like for me, it's very passionate energy. Someone who isn't afraid to make mistakes and who isn't afraid to let things go. Oh, wow, that's what I'm getting to. Yes, someone who isn't afraid to let the idea of certain things go and wanting to move towards something. So for me, it's just a very open energy. That's what type of relationship you guys are wanting to attract. Someone who's very open to the idea and is willing to let go of old age beliefs or things they that won't benefit the relationship, right? So I feel that you guys have been in relationships where people have had this idea about you or this idea about love and relationships in general that has really put a restraint on your relationships. It's like someone who isn't in the past being very open-minded to the idea of being with someone. It's like this person, I'm truly getting like this free spirit. Like that's why I feel like you guys want to attract someone who isn't afraid to make mistakes, who isn't afraid to try new things. Very much the full energy. Um, and again, willing to let things go. Like someone who isn't going to hold an argument over you. Like I feel like you guys have been in relationships where people have brought up arguments or conflicts from either previous relationships or in your relationship, but it may have happened 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and it's like, why is this person still upset about it? Or why is this person, maybe not even that, but why is this person still holding this over my head is what I'm getting. So, right, yes. Why is this person still holding this over my head? I apologized. I told them I was sorry, but yet every single time I make a mistake now, they always bring up this same thing, this same mistake that I made 2 years ago or 2 weeks ago. And it's very much this grudge energy that I feel that you guys have been in relationships with. People who weren't willing to let things go as easily until they truly made you feel bad about it or made you felt as okay, made you truly feel as if you should suffer for your consequences. So I feel like very dictatorial, someone who's wanting to hand out punishments in a way that makes you feel less of a person. Very much, narcissistic vibes. And it's just such a suffocating energy that you guys are wanting something completely opposite of that, where someone doesn't make you feel as if you did something wrong just because you made a mistake. So yeah. That's truly what I'm getting for you guys with that. And I feel like it's such a sad thing because it's truly like this person who won't let things go, and they just won't let it go. Like that's what I'm really getting. It's just such a mental, it's like you have to play mental hopscotch with this person. It's like, okay, I went to one and I thought I was supposed to go to two, but then I should have went to three. Like I don't know if that was like a great explanation, but you know what I mean. It's like you always have to walk around eggshells with this person because you never know what's going to set them off. And I feel like that's the relationship that you guys have been in, where one little thing could possibly make this person make you feel bad about yourself or make you feel as if, oh, maybe I'm always making mistakes. Maybe I'm never doing anything right. And I feel it's just such a narcissistic energy. It's so, someone who just constantly wants to make you feel bad about making a simple mistake. Like, it's terrible. But let's see what else comes up for you guys as well. And I just want to say in advance that I'm sorry if I triggered anybody. I'm truly trying to get a feel of a relationship that you're wanting to attract, and if I just so happen to say things that may have brought up past memories or maybe even recent memories for some of you, I just want to apologize. It's not my intention, and hopefully I'm still able to give you guys the clarity that you're wanting in this reading. But again, I'm sorry if I'm saying anything that's truly upsetting or triggering to any of you out there. I love all of you, and I wouldn't want to do anything to upset anybody if I can help it. So, okay, with that PSA announcement, I'm going to continue. So let's see what else comes up for you guys in this reading. But remember, this is old energy. You guys are wanting to attract something more beautiful and fulfilling and new. So keep that in mind as I'm talking about the things that I'm talking about, okay? What else, Spirit? What else do you want to say? Okay. Apparently a lot. Okay. Let's reshuffle, you guys. Okay. Ace of Wands came out. Okay. Again, Ace of Wands, you guys, new beginnings. Okay. Why is the Ace of Wands here, Spirit? I actually get a clarifier for you guys for the Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here, Spirit? Alright, can I just get one card, Spirit, about why the Ace of Wands is here? So, Spirit, one card, right? Okay. Ace of Wands here, Spirit. Can I get one card, please? Just one, Spirit. Okay, guys, when it gets to be like this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take that as a sign from Spirit that it's pretty much self-explanatory, which it is. So, with your Ace of Wands energy, right? Ace of Wands, new beginnings, new movement, new direction. So this is a relationship you guys are currently manifesting. I feel that right now you are in the manifestation phase of love, of relationships, right? You're wanting to manifest a new beginning, this Four of Wands energy, right? Okay, makes sense, right? Manifestations. That's what I'm truly getting with the Ace of Wands. You guys are wanting this right now. You know, this is not this upcoming energy. This is something you guys are wanting to manifest right now, or is manifesting right now. So we have this idea of the new beginning of what I'm getting, explore this new exploration I'm getting, wanting to move towards, yeah, wands, right? Movement. Movement towards better relationships, which is why you're manifesting this, because you're currently wanting this right now. So yeah, Ace of Wands, new beginnings, manifestations, the ability to change direction, to change course. I'm also getting with the Ace of Wands to end cycles, to end relationship cycles, possibly also in ancestral cycles. You know, maybe you guys on your mom's side of the family, and I feel called to say moms, on the women in your family, the women in your family. Wow, I said woman to women. Wow, okay, so it's a particular woman in general, but also it's women in general, but there's a particular woman that's coming through, that it's a significant relationship, because it's allowed you, and I say women in particular, and it could also be a man, but I'm really feeling called to say women. There's a particular woman though in your life, where there is a cycle of bad relationships, or there's a continuous cycle of unfulfilled relationships um, that is truly popping out to me. hmm But yeah, and it's something that you've seen, it's something that you're aware of, and that you're wanting to move away from. You're wanting to move away from that cycle, that idea of love can't possibly be like this. This isn't love. Yeah. Wanting to move away from certain ideas of relationships and love that has been shown to you by family, ancestral patterns. Again, this particular woman who could be a mom, grandmother, grandma um, figure. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I just clarify that. That was actually a message for that particular card, and I wanted to make sure I get it all before I move on. Let's see. Yep, that's it. Okay. Let's see what else comes up for you guys in this reading. Okay. We have the World card. Yes, you guys, cycles. That's exactly what the World card is. Cycles, the ending of a cycle. Okay, so when you think about it, look, we start here, right? We start here and we make our way back around here. So that's one cycle, right? But that's one part of the cycle. It's not the full cycle itself, but this makes up the other part. And then at the ends, it's binded, right? To make sure that either this cycle stays and continues or it ends at some point in time. And I feel that that's a relationship that you guys are wanting to attract, right? Where cycles come to an end, where this idea of, I love when it's synchronized like this, where this idea of relationships and love come to an end because it is not beneficial, it is not fulfilling. It's like, this isn't what I want, so why am I settling for it? Like, I'm truly getting that idea from you guys that, okay, this is the love that I've seen, or this is the quote unquote love that's been called love, but this isn't what I want. This isn't what I think love is. It's just something that I've seen that people have labeled as love. Wow, yeah, that's what I'm really getting, the idea of labels too. This idea of, okay, this is what I want, but if I label it one thing and it's truly another, then it's not what I want it to be, Or maybe in a better way, if you label something one thing, right? And it's like it doesn't quite fit the label, so you try 6 other labels and that doesn't quite fit. And it's like, okay, it's that's not it. That's not what I thought it was. This is not what I thought love is. This is not what I thought relationships were. But this is what the label that was given to this type of situation, and that's what I feel like you guys have been in. It wasn't a real relationship. It was just situations or things that eventually came to an end because it wasn't what you wanted. It wasn't an actual relationship. It wasn't actual commitment. It was just a label. It was just this idea of, if I put a label on it, maybe it'll stick. That's what I'm getting. Yes, because it's just this idea of okay, there's a possibility it withstanding if I put something onto it. It's like the idea of marriage, right? Like, some people may feel that, okay, if I get married to someone, then they have to be committed to me. Like, there's just this sense of obligation, right? Because you take vows, and death do us part, and sickness or in health, like, take vows are taken seriously. That's the whole point of marriage. Marriage is a serious commitment. And so let's say that, you know, you may have been cheated on or something, there's infidelity or something like that. There was a divorce, okay, just to say there was a divorce. And it was like, well, my idea of marriage was that it was supposed to last forever. That's why you get married. That's why we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. If we're boyfriend and girlfriend, okay, breaking up is not the end of the world, because, you know, it's not, for some people, and I'm saying some people, it's not considered a serious commitment. And again, that's like the psychoanalysis of relationships and dating. I'm not a relationship coach, but For me, that's just watching from experience and being observant on how people are in certain relationships, and how you have two people coming into a relationship with two different viewpoints and ideas, and they either really make this harmonious, beautiful couple, or they constantly clash. It's one extreme or the other. Um, but that's what I'm getting for you guys, and I went on a rant with that one. But that's what I'm truly getting for you guys, like this idea that, okay, I can't just put a label on this and call it a commitment if it's not. um, so yeah. And with that, you guys, I'm going to continue on. This isn't the end. I'm going to continue. Just putting that out there of, just the relationship dynamic and how certain people may feel about the idea of marriage and commitment and whatever, whatnot. So let's continue on with the reading. Ooh. So much. Just need one more card, Spirit, to finish the reading. I feel like that's also why you guys chose the healing heart as well. Okay, let's see. 3 of Cups. Okay, let's actually get a clarifier for the 3 of Cups. So that's the 3 of Cups here, Spirit. What's the 3 of Cups here, Spirit? Cups here, Spirit. Why is the 3 of Cups here, Spirit? Whoa. 2 of Pentacles as your clarifier. Okay. Okay. Now, for me, right? The 3 of Cups and your clarifier being the 2 of Pentacles. There's this idea that in order to... Yeah, okay. I get it. It's this... Okay, 2 of Pentacles, right? Balance, the ability to juggle 2 things at once, right? So you have the 3 of Cups. Friends, family members, anyone pretty much. The sisterhood as well, like close friends, people you truly feel connected to on a level that's you feel connected to, you feel harmonious with, that you feel you can be yourself around. So I feel like you guys are wanting to attract a relationship that is very balanced. You guys are wanting to, and I say that in a sense that you can still have friendships, or you can still be around family members. And I say this because, again, I was getting truly narcissistic vibes from your previous relationships, right? And this just confirms it for me, that you guys have had to juggle previous relationships and family and friends. It was like, okay, this person wanted you to spend so much time with them. They wanted your time, they wanted your energy, right? They wanted you to always be there for them, and they wanted you in some way, shape, or form that you ended up not talking to your friends or your family for a long time, or you're constantly always having to please this person, because if you didn't, then you weren't going to be in a relationship anymore. It was just always, you have to be there for me, and then friends and family come second. And you guys are looking for a relationship where you can do both. You can have friends, you can have family, and be in a relationship, because we have all seen relationship dynamics where a relationship has literally been at the forefront. People have literally lost friends. Family have disowned them because they've completely immersed themselves in a relationship that constantly took up their time, constantly took up their space in their heart, right? Their heart space. When you're truly invested into being with someone, we can have a way of closing ourselves off to other people. And I feel like that was the previous energy of the relationships you've been in, where you gave all your time and attention to the person you're in a relationship with, that you ended up neglecting the people you love. Um, whether that's friends or even coworkers, people that you work with that you used to hang out with all the time don't see you as much anymore because you're always with this person, or was with this person, right? So it's this need for balance, and I feel that you guys are wanting to be in a relationship where someone can respect that, hey, I have other people in my life who love me just as much as you do, Um, and someone who can respect you on that level and not make it seem as if, oh, you're hanging out with your family again. Someone who actually is willing to invite themselves to hang around your family. You may have been in relationships with people um, who don't truly have known your family, if that makes sense, or haven't known who your friends were or are. So it's like this person who literally just wants to be with you but don't want to get to know your family or your friends. And I feel that you guys are also wanting that as well. Someone who is wanting to be there with you when you're going to hang out with your family. Maybe not so much your friends because you want to have some parts of your life to yourself. But with your family, if someone wants to actually invite themselves to come along with you to meet your family, like that's a big deal for you guys. That's a big deal for anyone, anyone who wants to willingly come see your family is a huge deal. So I feel like that's the relationship that you guys want to attract. That's someone who isn't afraid of that as well, and someone who can respect that. Hey, if you want to spend time with your friends, if you want to have a girls' night, or if you want to hang out with the guys, that'll be fine. That's okay. Like, of course I'll miss you, but at the same time, I know you're having fun, and, call me when you get there, things like that. Someone who wants to make sure that you're okay as well, like call me when you get to this location so I know that you're safe. Like, yeah, like that's amazing. Like, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to be cared about like that or fawned over like that, Like, someone truly wants to make sure that you're okay, and yeah. Okay. Before I go on a rant again. So that was it for you guys reading. Now I'm gonna ask Spirit for dating advice to see what Spirit would say. Okay, can I get some dating advice, Spirit, for Power 2? Dating advice for Power 2, please, Spirit. Advice for Power 2, Spirit. Some dating advice for Power 2, please, Spirit. Oh, okay. Alright. Actually, Spirit, just give me one card, Spirit. Dating advice. Tell Spirit one card. Multiple comes out. Dating advice for Power 2, Spirit. Can I just get one card for dating advice for Power 2, please? Thank you so much. So, you guys have the Knight of Cups. Yes, can you clarify the Knight of Cups, please, Spirit? Okay, and the High Priestess as your clarifier. Okay, you guys. Cool. So Spirit is saying that. Give me 1 second, you guys. For some reason, I'm wanting to say that you already know who this person is, or that you have someone in your life, or that is coming in your life that is going to give you that cup that you've been wanting, right? Now, the Knight of Cups is someone who is going to methodically give you what you've been desiring, right? Someone who is going to bring that emotional connection in a relationship. but they're going to do it at a time that is very um, present and very self-aware. Like I feel like this person again is very methodical. They're very much a planned person. Like they're gonna have a plan when they come towards you. And with the high priestess as the clarifier, I feel like that I feel like this is more so your, like you know who this person is, or you have, like this is a person on a spiritual, okay, again, because, oh, okay, 4 wands, yeah. So this is a spiritual connection, right? With the high priestess, this intuitive feeling, this intuitive nudge that someone that is this Knight of Cups is coming into your life. You may have seen this person in your dreams, or you may have felt that someone was coming, like this feeling of, oh, someone is coming, like, you know what I mean? Like something or someone is like, you guys have that ability to sense, because you guys, I feel like, are very intuitive, very spiritual, very in tune, high aware, high strung, I like to say, sensitive to energy. So, and it's like you know that someone is coming. It's like this, because again, this Ace of Wands, you've been manifesting this person, so there's just this sense of knowing. You know this person is coming, but at the same time, you know it's gonna be planned. It's gonna be something that is going to happen on its own time. But you know they're coming, which is what I'm feeling. Like you guys know, or if you don't know, this is a confirmation, right? Or if you do know, this is double confirmation, because this person is most definitely coming, because your intuition is giving you signs, right? You guys may see a lot of synchronicities, a lot of repeating numbers, or you may hear songs that talk about missing someone. This could be a past life love. Or again, you may hear a lot of songs. There's a song actually called She Is a Witch, and I forgot the name of the band, but I heard it yesterday and it was kind of like resonating with someone I know currently. So you guys may have had moments like that where it's like, oh wait, this song sounds like it's coming from someone. This is not just a random song on my playlist, you know? You guys may also see YouTube recommendations that remind you of a past life love, or that have may resonated with your dreams or something like that. And Spirit is saying you already know who this person is, or you already have an intuitive feeling about them. So trust that, because they are coming. And with that, you guys, I'm going to end your reading right here. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this reading. I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the black crystal, which I feel is black tourmaline. And we're going to see what you guys have for your first card. You guys have the Tower. Oh, okay, starting off very strongly here. The Tower talks about the deconstruction of something, right? The ability to truly take something apart that was built on unstable foundations. So for me, you guys are looking for a relationship. You're wanting to attract a relationship that is it's life changing. I feel like that's a game changer is what I'm feeling. You're wanting to attract a relationship that is completely different from what you're used to in the most positive way. That is just very much breaking up this foundation that you guys have built due to past relationships. Like this ability to say, okay, I want this, this, and that. Picking apart a relationship, right? Figuring out what's best for you and what's not, and making a tower, right? And having this built foundation that you felt was sturdy and felt that would never crumble, because you have set beliefs and ideas of how relationships should be. And you want someone to come in and completely change your perspective on dating, on relationships, and your views, because this is something you guys are wanting, a challenge basically. And not in a way that's going to be strenuous, but in a way that someone is going to challenge the way you feel about relationships and about love in general. And you want someone to prove you wrong is what I'm feeling, because you guys have built this notion, I feel, around love that was based on your previous relationships, and you have been in relationships where it wasn't fulfilling, it wasn't something that you truly wanted, and in a way you've built this tower, um, where you feel that, okay, this is what all relationships are like, or if you've been in one relationship, this is pretty much how all relationships are. And basically, not to say that you guys have adopted this mindset in a sense, but I feel like it's sometimes you're in this mode of, okay, love can be amazing, love can be great, I've seen it, I've heard about it, I've even read it, but then it's like the one bad relationship, or the one time things didn't go a certain way, it was kind of like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I should expect this because this is how relationships are. Relationships are about pain and heartbreak and sadness, and just having this built around idea of love. And I feel you guys are looking for a relationship that is going to challenge that. Let's see what else you guys have. Wow, you guys' starting energy is very powerful. Let's see what else comes up for you guys as well. Let's see. Ooh, apparently a lot. You guys are wanting a lot. Okay, let's see. What type of relationship does Pile 3 want to attract, Spirit? What type of relationship does Pile 3 want to attract? Relationship this Pile 3 want to attract, Spirit? Excuse me. What type of relationship does Pile 3 want to attract, Spirit? I'll just get one more card, Spirit, just one card. Not just one card. I'm trying to get one card for you guys just to spread out this reading, but if another pile of cards come out, then I'll just keep them. I'm going to get one card, Spirit, about what type of relationship this pile 3 want to attract. What's this? Okay, I was saying if this card comes out again, I'm going to take it. You guys have the Hermit, right? Okay, can I get a clarifier for the Hermit card, please? Why is the Hermit here, Spirit? Ooh. Why is the Hermit here, Spirit? Whoa. Okay. So, you guys have the Lovers. Wow. Okay. And actually, it's so funny because the card that came out before that was the Page of Wands. So this, excuse me, guys, this could actually be talking about someone that's coming in, right? Page of Wands was one of the cards that wanted to come out. So someone wanted to make their presence known. Whether this is the past energy or this is a person that's coming in. Honestly, I feel like this is someone that's coming in only because the way that they kind of popped in, and then they just, popped in just to say that they were there, just to make sure that you knew that they were there. And then, reshuffled and the Lovers came out. So yeah, this is definitely someone who is coming in, who's wanting to make their presence known. And I feel with the Hermit energy, being clarified by the lovers. You guys are waiting, just like that Page of Wands. It's someone out there who is waiting to make a move, right? Wanting to know certain information, wanting to know certain things before they can move towards you. And I feel that since it's being clarified by the Lovers card, the Hermit, it's like you guys are wanting that soulmate love, and that was the same for another pile. If you guys chose it, you know which one I'm talking about. But again, this is like most definitely a pile that is into the idea of soulmates and twin flames, and you guys could also be interested in the Wattpad books that have that's about bonds, like the Werewolf Wattpad eroticas. That's like about mate bonds, and yeah, just the whole idea of, as well as the animal kingdom, right? Certain animals in the animal kingdom mate for life, and I feel like you guys are into the idea. For example, swans mate for life. Once they find one mate that they feel compatible with, they spend the rest of their lives with him or her. So I feel like you guys are into that idea of one person being for you, and I feel that you guys are wanting to be in this hermit energy until you find that person that is meant for you. Like, you guys have that about you, that have that thing about you that's very much, this person that's meant for me will most definitely come into my life. And so it's like making that choice, because the Lovers is also about choices and making that choice to move towards someone that you truly feel you can spend the rest of your life with. Because I feel this is so funny, because the past the past two readings was about previous relationships, but I feel like this is a current energy for you guys. You guys are single, or you're feeling left alone in relationships. When you're with someone, you feel as if you're not completely connected to them the way you feel that you should, which I feel you guys are looking for that spiritual soulmate connection, because you guys have this spiritual intellect about you. You have this intellectual knowledge that is not on the level of the people that you've dated. So now you're looking for someone, or you have been looking for someone who is going to give you that, like that equal, it's like that intellectual, like you guys are, I feel, could possibly also be sapiosexual, which someone who is very into the idea of intelligence and being drawn and attracted to people who have intellectual and lengthy conversations about topics that you guys enjoy. So it's a lot of, for me, because you guys have three major arcanas that I'm really looking at, a very powerful, very beautiful connection. It's just something that is not replicated. It's not something that you see often, or it's not something that you see at all. And I feel like that's a relationship that you guys are wanting to attract, that one in a million soulmate connection that not a lot of people get to experience in their lifetime. But it's something that you guys are even willing to wait for, which says a lot about you, that you're willing to wait for someone to come in that's going to provide you that conversation, that oh, this person is on my level intellectually and spiritually, because I feel like you guys have dated people who either weren't as spiritual, or in a sense who very much into mundane conversation. And not to say that it's a bad thing, but I feel like you guys, again, like to be challenged, like to be wowed in a sense that, oh, someone is willing to talk about things that people feel that they shouldn't talk about, they shouldn't be connected to. Very humanitarian, I'm feeling as well. I feel like you guys may talk about topics people wonder why you talk about if you're not in it, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not in a certain situation and you talk about it with such passion, people wonder, why are you talking about it? You're not experiencing it for yourself, but you're talking about it as if you're going through it, or you're talking about it as if you know these people or this person. And again, very humanitarian, like you guys are like that. You're very compassionate people, and you have this understanding of the world that not a lot of people that you've dated can understand, and they wonder, why are you so interested in things that they feel have nothing to do with you? And again, that's just people's personal opinions that you've been in relationships with, because they feel, why would you talk about certain things if you're not going through it personally? And yes, there are people like that who feel that if it's not something that's pertaining to you, why would you even talk about it? No matter how much of a deal it is, no matter how much of a big deal it means to you, to someone else, it may seem as if you're taking too much on, and they feel like they have to um, compete with you in a way, or they have to feel as if they're not on your level, then you will lose interest. Which again, I feel like you guys aren't that type of person per se, but I feel if you feel that someone isn't going to meet you on that level at least, then you become disinterested. And it's not to say that people can have certain conversations and you wouldn't be interested, but it's kind of like, oh, we're talking about the same thing again. Like, don't you want to talk about something different? And I feel like you guys have a tendency to lose interest when someone is constantly talking about something that um, doesn't evolve, like it doesn't make you grow or doesn't contribute to anything that's for the bigger picture, which I feel like that's what you guys are all about, the bigger picture. Why are we talking about this? Will it actually lead to something more beneficial than what's going on right now, or something like that? Like, it has to contribute to something in order for it to matter, in order for you to truly be interested in someone, that they're also talking about something that they're passionate about and that they're working towards. So very much this power couple energy. There's people who, again, you may I feel like you guys are wanting to attract a person who's just have this humanitarian quality about them, as you do, so you don't feel as if, oh, I'm the only person who cares in this relationship about global matters or global warming or wildlife. Or you guys may also be very much into the idea for advocating, is that right? Yeah, I think so. For nature, and saying that, different things, or maybe the abuse of animals, just very much, or into the idea of being there for people in that way and representing people who you feel have no voice. So let's see what else comes up for you guys. That was a lot, actually. You guys have the King of Cups. Okay. Can I get something to clarify the King of Cups, Spirit? Can I see why is the King of Cups here, Spirit? Wow, okay, I'm just going to show you guys what came out, right? The Fool and the Magician. So many major arcana cards, right? But you know what? I'm really feeling called. I'm going to just do both. That is crazy. Because two major arcana cards came out as your clarifying energies. And I wasn't going to try to take this many cards, but I feel like for some reason for you guys, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it. So let's see. We have the King of Cups, the Fool, and the Magician. Wow, 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 wow. Whoa. You guys are wanting to attract. And again, okay, we have this King of Cups energy, which is, I feel like you guys have a lot of people who want to court you, who want to date you, who want to be with you in that way, because we had the Page of Wands the last go around, and now we have the King of Cups. So, which again to me talks about that evolution that you guys are looking for. You went from a page to a king. You didn't even go to a knight. You just skipped over a knight completely and went straight to a king, which says a lot about you guys. You guys are always evolving, always advancing, and it's such a quick thing that people have to keep up. People have to literally be wanting to take a chance with you in order to see, where could this go, because there's so much to you guys, right? There's so much to you guys that you don't show, that you wanted to attract a relationship where someone isn't afraid to take that chance on you and isn't afraid to start something new and to start something that's going to be fruitful and beneficial to both of you guys. The Magician has the ability to manifest any outcome or any relationship that they want, because they they have a way about them that is just very, they have the tools and they have the knowledge and they have the skill set, and they're able to apply it into their relationships. And I feel like for you guys, the relationship that you're wanting to attract is very layered. It's such a layered connection. You want spiritual, physical, mental, like it's just so much stimulation in this. It's crazy. um it's emotional. It's like you're just wanting this whole new beginning. It's like, okay, I know what I've seen in relationships, and I've grabbed, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this. Now I want to compile all this into one relationship, and it's gonna be like magic. And I feel that for you guys, like the relationship you are attracting right now. um if you guys, because with the magician, I feel like you guys are wanting to manifest this person, or is manifesting this person. And we had the page of wands and the king of cups, so that tells me a lot about how you guys have grown from where you were, where you first started, to where you're going, you know. And it's just a lot of awakenings and enlightenment. You guys may have that ability to constantly transform who you are, to where people have to again play catch up, and they literally have to be taking a chance on you, because they're literally, people would have to take a chance on you. That's all I have to say, because they don't want to seem like the fool, right? Like, oh, maybe I've overreached, or maybe I thought this was one way, but in reality, this person is so layered and so in tuned, and it freaks people out. And I feel like, goes back to the tower, you guys are looking for that challenge. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so but yeah, as I was saying, someone who's really willing to take a chance on you guys, and to truly see that you are this multi-layered, faceted person that is not only interesting, but always constantly evolving and transforming and becoming, and always becoming. Like, that's the word I'm always hearing: becoming, becoming, becoming. Always becoming a version of yourself that you weren't 2 years ago, or 2 months ago, or 2 days ago. You're always transforming. And it's like, and you guys, it makes so much sense, because you're having so many major arcanas, and it's crazy. It's so crazy, you know. Wow, pile 3, beautiful, so beautiful. And you guys aren't the type to let relationships um bring you down as well. It's like you learn from your previous relationships, and you add it to your skill set, which is what makes you the magician, because it allows you to expand your knowledge about relationships and dating, to where you can actually manifest the type of relationship that you do want. So you guys are very much in tune with the law of attraction and the idea of manifestation. You guys are amazing manifestors, because you're constantly keeping up with your manifestations. You're not the type of person who stays in the page energy and trying to manifest a king, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are at that level where you're manifesting the same thing that's on the same level as you are. So, wow. Okay. And with that, let's see where else you guys are. Oh. Five of Pentacles. Okay. It actually came out for another reading as well. Okay. Okay. So, with this Five of Pentacles. Excuse me. I feel that in previous relationships, okay, now previous relationships are coming up for you guys. In previous relationships, you guys have always been the person to give knowledge to others. You've made people expand and grow by being in a relationship with you. Again, these are the type of people that weren't at your level, I feel, but in a way you've helped them gain some sort of insight or knowledge about you, as well as relationships and love. And people have gained ideas about how they want to be treated and how they want to be loved through you. So I feel that with that Five of Pentacles energy, you guys are now wanting someone who can give, who can, yeah, it's like an equal give and take, but who can give you the same amount of energy and knowledge as you have given people in your past relationships. And again, I'm constantly looking at this scale, right? It's like taking away some coins, and you can even see that the scales are slightly tilted, so they're slightly off balance. So yeah, it's like being in a relationship where, okay, I'm giving someone my knowledge, right? I'm letting them soak in certain information that I know about the world and about certain things in life that I feel is very beneficial and very helpful. But I feel like that's always been the energy you guys have been in, constantly giving away the knowledge that you know, and not in a way that you're, um, not in a way that you're doing it. I'm not even gonna say, in a way, I feel like you could also be the caretaker as well. You feel as if you always have to take care of the people that you're in relationships with, which is also another big thing about why you guys are so giving of that knowledge, because you guys feel, okay, this would help benefit this person if I tell them this, and that. Um, and again, this is the type of person you've been in relationships with. Um, to where you feel that they would benefit from your knowledge, but at the same time, that's all it's ever been. You giving someone knowledge or the support that they needed, only to not receive anything back in return, or only to continue to be still. Oh wait, hold up, you guys. Or only to continue to still be there for people even when they have treated you a certain way. Um, for me, when I think about it, it's very much a duality with this card, because you can be the the giver as well as the receiver, and not in the sense that you're begging someone for their attention, but it's just in a way that is very, you can be both types of people in this card. I feel it's like you're, okay, I can constantly give to this person, but when are they going to give back to me, And that's what I'm really getting with that when I look at the Five of Pentacles card for you guys. It's like, I'm always giving, but when am I going to be able to receive back what I've been giving, you know? So it's a very much that type of energy to where you're constantly having to, wonder about the people you've been in relationships with. And I feel like you guys are wanting to attract that exact opposite, because again, I feel like this is some type of energy that isn't prevalent now, or you guys aren't interested in now. And not to say you guys were interested in this type of dynamic, but I feel over time it's became something that was normal to you. So it became a normalcy. It became something so normal to the fact that you may have felt that relationships are like this because those are the relationships that you've been in, which is why I'm getting this Hermit card, and wanting to be alone, not wanting to be around, or not wanting to be in, relationships that you feel you constantly have to give to someone in order for them to reciprocate anything back, whether that's love or communication or just anything. Some people, I feel like some of you guys have been in relationships where people only feel the need to talk to you when they feel that they're getting something in return, or people only feel the need to show you love when they feel that you would do something for them. And it's very much this type of person is very selective in how they choose to, in a way it feels like a compensated relationship, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, this person does this for me, then that's worth a conversation, you know what I mean? Like, you may have given this person a lot of info and insight about something, and they feel like, you know what, that deserves a reward. Let me actually hold a 5-minute conversation with them, since I don't do that often, or something like that. It's like a reward system, I feel. So it's very much a person who needs to always be in control. I feel like that's a relationship that you guys have always been in. But let's actually get some more cards for you guys. And as I've told the other pile, another pile, and I'm sorry if I'm triggering anybody with these words. I have a tendency to talk fast, so if I'm like constantly just spitting out information. It's not coming from a place of disinterest or me not caring. I just want to make sure I get all these messages out, and if I just so happen to trigger someone while I do that, I just want to say I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, because it's not my intentions to hurt anybody. I just want to get out these relationship dynamics so you guys, so I can tell you guys what you are attracting that is completely different from the energy that you have been receiving, okay? So let's see what else comes out for you guys. You guys have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, let me clarify the Page of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Ooh. And the Four of Swords as your clarifier. So, honestly, it just reminds me of the energy that I said that you guys were used to attracting in past relationships. I'm talking about previous relationships now, you guys. So, Page. That's all I'm really seeing. Page. Someone who isn't ready for what you're being able to give to them. It's like someone who is, okay, I'm interested in the idea of, being taken care of by a king, right? Being shown the way by a King of Cups character, or by someone who has this layered version of themselves, and they're saying that they're ready, right? A page is someone who is very much open and willing, ready to receive energy. And it's like, for me, with the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords being your clarifier, right? For me, it's about self-discovery. You guys are wanting to attract a relationship where someone knows who they are. For me, this is past energy. I'm really feeling. Again, and my nose is actually itching. So, yeah, this is past energy. Wow. Okay. Sorry, you guys. My nose still itching. Okay. But yeah, this is past energy of someone who is really, they're open to the idea of relationships, right? We're just going to use relationships as an example because this is a relationship reading. Someone who is open to the idea of relationships and romance and whatever that means to you. This is someone who's willing to go with the flow. And then it's clarified by the Four of Swords. So for me, it's like two opposing energies. It's someone who they say that they're ready, right? But then when it comes down to it, they're like, oh, wait, let me actually think and see if I'm truly ready for this type of commitment or this type of relationship. And so that's what I'm getting for you guys for a previous relationship. Honestly, I feel like this is a particular relationship, whether this is a recent one or this is someone from your past that is wanting to come through in this reading that was very indecisive about what they wanted. There's someone who were a page. They may have been younger than you, or they may have been this energy to where they were young at heart. They were very playful, very much excited about the idea of love and being with you and being in a relationship with you. But when it came time to actually show up, they were just contemplating. They were always, okay, let me see first. Let me see if this is something I truly want first. So they will always have one foot in and one foot out. That's what I would call it. Someone who said that they're ready for a commitment, right? They're ready to be in a relationship, and you can even tell this person is standing up and this person is laying down. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to be here for this person. I'm ready to do everything in my power to show this person I want to be with them. And then you have the Four of Swords, where it talks about contemplation, asking for advice, asking for assistance. Someone who, in a way, is seeking guidance because they're not too sure in which direction that they want to go. So someone who's very hot and cold, and to me also represents indecisiveness. Like they can't really make up their mind about what they want, and then it's like they may backtrack and they're just like, oh wait, maybe I should have did this instead of that. Yeah, that's the type of energy that I'm getting from this person. Excuse me. But I feel that you guys have a lot of admirers actually, because there were so many people that came up. But I'm really feeling this King of Cups energy because you had two pages come out throughout your reading, the Page of Pentacles, and then, as I mentioned before, the Page of Wands. So again, a lot of people that are attracted to you that aren't on your level of multifaceted layers. You know, you guys are very layered people, layered energy. And I feel that the King of Cups is coming through, because this is someone who's going to match you on that level. For me, the King of Cups is a very emotionally layered individual. Like, you honestly, you could try to read this person's face, but you wouldn't know what's going on unless you ask this person. You wouldn't know how they truly felt unless you asked them. But again, I feel like this is something that you guys are wanting because it's a challenge. And it's not in a challenge in a way that you feel it's going to be constant work, but in a way to where you will never truly know who this person is, in a way that it will always be exciting with the Fool card, right? It's always going to be an adventure with this person because they don't wear their heart on their sleeve. They very much keep their emotions intact, but that doesn't mean that they're emotionless, you know? I feel like that's the thing, right? Is this the ability to realize that just because I don't show my emotions doesn't mean I'm heartless. So really keep that in mind. If you encounter, or not if, when you encounter this King of Cups energy, because I really do feel like this is the type of person that is going to come in and show you that, to show you how much that they care about you and love you rather than tell you. So, again, this person, they're emotional, right? But in a way about them that is very controlled and not very much showy, but at the same time, they know when to have that emotional connection with you and not gonna withhold that part of themselves back because they honestly feel that soulmate connection with you as well, with the Lovers here. So you guys are match made in heaven, as they would say. But yeah, okay, so with that, we're gonna actually get advice from Spirit about dating. So let's see what Spirit has to say to you guys about dating. Let me close the door real quick before I get started. I actually had the door closed at first, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Dating advice from Spirit. Okay. Spirit, what is the dating advice you want to give for pile 3? Dating advice for pile 3, Spirit. Ooh. The Empress in reverse. Honestly, I can interpret this card by itself, but let me actually get a clarifier. Why is the Empress card in reverse, Spirit? Why is the Empress in reverse? Why is the Empress in reverse, Spirit? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. And you actually have the Justice card in reverse as well. Ooh, you guys. Excuse me, but back to what I was saying about those major arcanas. Woo. You guys are very powerful people. You're very powerful in relationships. You guys are the one that holds all the power, whether you think so or not, in the relationship. Best believe you do. The Empress energy and Justice energy. Give me 1 second, you guys, to interpret the cards and see what Spirit is trying to say. feel like with the Empress in reverse and the Justice card in reverse, Spirit is wanting you guys to be very selective in who you choose to give your knowledge to. I feel that people have used your knowledge in the past to hurt you. You may have told people things about yourself in past relationships that they have used against you. And Spirit is saying that they know that you are very much this Empress energy, right? Very nurturing, caring, giving, kind, compassionate, loving, forgiving. But be very selective in who you decide to show that side to, because not everyone that you've been in a relationship with deserves that, and not everyone even in your life deserves that part of you, because you are very sacred. Each and every one of us has this sacred energy that we shouldn't willingly give to people in a way that can harm us. I'm not saying not to be giving, not to be caring, not to be kind. Just be very selective in who you decide to be that person to, because with Justice card in reverse, I feel that people have tried to use that again against you, who try to use your kind and caring nature against you. It made you feel as if, you're always seeking some sort of this just unrest. I feel like there's just some sort of unrest with you guys when it comes to relationships, because people have used who you are against you. And that's why I feel like it's Justice card is in reverse instead of upright, because you guys have sense those injustices without your relationship. And Spirit is saying that those people, at the same time, I always personally believe that life can dish out a better hand of revenge than any person can. And not revenge as in it's harming to anybody, but karma. Life can dish out karma better than any human being can. So Spirit is saying, don't let that side of you be who you are and overtake who you truly are at the core, which is this Empress energy. Don't let revenge be something that's on the forefront of your mind from the people that have hurt you. Because Spirit is saying, you deserve better and you will receive better, but don't let previous relationships keep you from getting that, or hold you back from being the person that is going to attract that love that you're looking for, right? You are looking for that spiritual love, and you can't receive that love. You can't receive love, period, if you're constantly in this idea of rejecting your parts of yourself that is forgiving and kind and loving, but you're wanting to attract a soulmate that is forgiving, kind, and loving. You guys have to be open to the idea of forgiving those people who have hurt you in the past, so you can attract the love that is meant for you. So don't let previous relationships define your future. That's mainly what I'm getting. And not even just in relationships, but in life in general. Don't let the relationships that you've been in change who you are as a person. Because if you do allow that to happen, you will continue to attract relationships that you do not want, that will not make you happy, and that will continuously take from you instead of an equal give and take. So Spirit is saying also, as a side message, to be very mindful of your energy, and to allow yourself to forgive those who have hurt you in the past, so you can attract that person that is going to meet you at that level that you guys are looking for. Okay, you guys. And with that, I will end your reading there. Thank you guys so much, Pile 3, for joining me. This was actually the fastest I've ever talked in any of my readings, so I already know, this is so funny that these messages, it was truly meant for me to do this reading today, and I'm actually happy that I did. So thank you guys so much for joining me, Pile 3. I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whatever time you're watching this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.